I've had this CCTV unit given to me yesterday by somebody who runs a shop not far from where I live. Never actually dealt with a CCTV unit before, but it seems inside to be basically a purpose-made motherboard connected to two one internal hard drive and this external caddy, which is empty. And from what the customer has said, it was originally displaying a hard drive error problem, as in it couldn't find its hard drive. So we got somebody in to have a look at it who declared it to be non-fixable, and then proceeded to sell him £300 worth of brand new CCTV system, which he's got another problem with, which I've already been back to try and fix. He's had a break-in and he wants to be able to view the videos, but he can't find the videos on the thing to actually view them. And I've had a go, and the menu system on it is awful. Trying to negotiate your way through actually find the videos in the first place is just awful, and the manual's useless. And he showed me his original one and told me the story behind it. And I've already hooked it up to a monitor, and everything comes up. Obviously there's no cameras connected to it, but the 6 or is it 8 different squares that come up on the screen where the images should be, it all comes up as if it's working. It's just it doesn't have a hard drive in it. So I don't know whether he's just been sold a story so that somebody can sell him a new system. So he's given it to me to have a look at, because he just wants his old system working, really, because the present one's useless because he can't use it and it's difficult to use. But this one's easy and it did the job. So I've agreed that if I can get it working, I'll charge him £50 for the labour plus the price for the hard drive it needs, unless we can take the one out of the new unit. And if I can't get it working, if there is actually something wrong with it, just £20 for having tried. So there's no manufacturer name or make on it, although I've had a look on eBay and found an identical unit being sold on Amazon in America, so it can't be that old either. That was going for about $700 with no hard drive, so it must be a reasonable unit. So I'm going to take the lid off and see. The other thing was, whoever's taken it apart in the past totally dismantled the interior, so the motherboard, the power supply board, all the leads were all unscrewed and strewn across the inside of it, so I really couldn't see the point of that either. So I've already put all that back together and plugged it in and turned it on, and it seemed to be working. I just need to try it with a hard drive. I'll stick one of my small hard drives in and see what it makes of it. Okay, thanks for listening. Here's a quick look at the inside of this CCTV unit. This blue board is obviously the purpose-built motherboard. This seems to be a IDE hard drive interface, with that one's going to the external backup hard drive, and that port there. There should be a hard drive here, but it's been taken out and put in the new setup. And there's the power supply board. There's that must be the power supply and the VGA out. By the looks of it. So from what I can tell, it's quite a capable board. The one on Amazon said it was capable of being monitored externally. You can connect to it from anywhere in the world if you set up your router correctly, so you can log into it and look at your property through your video cameras from wherever you are in the world, or even through a mobile phone app, it said. So it would be good if I could get it going for me again. Okay, this is my little setup. I've hooked up this little laptop hard drive, a little Serial ATA laptop hard drive. I've found out that this hard drive board here is actually a Serial ATA adapter board, because there is an old
the old IDE parallel ATA adapter there, which I thought was just for a CD DVD rewriter or something, but there's also one that this serial ATA adapter's plugged into. So the board's sort of using slightly older technology for the hard drives, but the manufacturer's obviously plugged in an adapter board so you can use serial ATA faster hard drives with this unit. So as I say, when I got this, it was in pieces inside. All the leads were all over the place, unplugged, and the power board, the VGA board, was unscrewed and loose. So I just put it back together, and I've attached this hard drive and I've switched it on, and it seems to be working. So it detects the hard drive, it goes through its initialization setup routine, displays its one IP address, and then you get the 8 squares for your cameras that would be connected if I had them. I'll just switch it on. There's its bleep. I've got it hooked up to that monitor there. System initialize. Takes a bit of time to go through the whole setup. After it's done this bit, it finds the hard drive. That takes a few seconds as well. I imagine it's a Linux system of some sort. Hard disk drive disk checking. Now this here I think is the serial number of the hard drive I've installed, and it is just an 80GB drive, so I'm assuming it's found it alright. There's no sign of any hard drive error. This is a working hard drive, so as far as I can see up to now, there's nothing wrong with the unit itself, and there never was, other than the hard drive it used to have must have failed. So yeah, there's the network information, and then there's your camera display, and that's all you get. The date right at the top. I had a quick fiddle around at the controls trying to find a menu system, but there's nothing very helpful in terms of formatting hard drives or any depth to the menu. Although I'm going to ask the owner if he's got the remote control for it. I think what I'll do now is I'll take it back to the shop and unplug his new system and plug this into a few of the cameras and see if it records onto the hard drive. And if it does, then we'll just swap the hard drive from the new unit back into this one, and he can have his old setup back. And then hopefully he'll give me £50 for fixing it for him. Okay, thank you.